So, at least theoretically, it strikes me as plausible, right? That we could go up here and make a sexy red devil friend. And then say, to hell with this main plot, and do an immediate about face, sprint down into the southern unknown, and you find some dirt on a lady we don't like, and then bury a lady we don't like in the dirt, maybe.
That sounds like a plan.
Okay.
What level are you at?
That's a good question. I'm gonna guess 3. 3 sounds about right.
You can check by hovering over the character.
Yeah, 3.
Yeah.
We're a good solid 3. I like how you say you're probably fine.
We're unbalanced. You live.
Okay. All right. Now,
Probably.
I do think that if we're gonna go find Karlach, we should probably have with us the dude whose whole character motivation to this point has been we should go find Karlach. Which
Probably help to have him in the party, yeah.
yeah, okay, so that means we should at least poke our heads into camp and go get Will.
What's up for discussion?
So Ghosty thinks that you shouldn't take Will with you, and I think that you should. So you should just do whatever you want.
I'm taking Will.
There you go, see?
I'm kicking Lae'zel out of the party. I'm adding Will to the party, and then we're bringing Karlach along eventually.
Chuck,
Does that make you warriorless?
without me?
For a minute. I don't have like a pure tanky tank, but we're literally going to recruit Karlach, so it should be fine.
As you say, do not keep me waiting.
We've got Astarion who can do stabby things.
I'm sure you'll be fine.
It'll be totally fine.
Yeah.
Well met.
Join me, Will.
That's the spirit.
All right. Will's in the team now. Apparently, eventually, there's going to be a patch that means you don't have to go, you get out of the party, awkward shuffle over here, you get into the party. That sounds wonderful. Astarion was kind enough to open this box for me. It contains, oh my god, is that... Okay, that is not an... I thought that was a helmet that gives you the haste spell, which would be the most broken, stupid helmet in the history of the world.
Yeah, it would.
Instead, you gain momentum,
in it.
which means the affected entity's movement speed is increased by 1.5 meters, and that's it. You can move faster.
It's still a good thing to have when you don't have better equipment, you know?
I suppose. It strikes me as a bit of a wizard snack, but...
Yeah, it depends.
it'll be fine. We also get 50 gold and, ooh, a scroll of ice knife. That's nice. A potion of speed. Oh, now we're talking. All in all, a good thing that we opened that box.
Fuck yeah.
Well, what do we have here? A well, that's what we have here. Hey, Gerblin, what's in the well?
I should speak up.
Y'all talking shit about movement speed. Like, the haste helm is good. It's not the best thing in the world, but, you know.
The inside. Don't cause any trouble.
Hey, didn't I establish myself as a psychic eye warrior to you people or something last week? Jerk.
If you're trying to get to Karlach, you're going the wrong way.
I'm trying to navigate in a direction of stuff. Karlach's off this way.
Should mind my
North,
step.
yes.
Sam asks if this is a game where you just wind up with a ton of stockpiled items, to which the answer is yes.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yep.
You will have shit in your inventory for the rest of time.
Use your scrolls. Don't go into the final battle with like 20 pounds of scrolls like I do.
I do have a lot of scrolls, and I have not used any scrolls.
Right, because it turns into one of those, but what if I need it later kind of things.
Exactly.
Put my hands
like
on
I-
everything.
You could use it now, it's fine. Yeah, right, Sam? Sam says he's also
Hold
that
on.
type of person.
There's a gnome over here. Are you guys playing... Are you guys playing Eat the Gnome?
Oh, they're... Did you say eat?
I don't know
Like
what they're
with an
doing.
E? Yeet, maybe, with a Y.
Look what we got here. Another little birdie wanting to fly. Stop this thing!
Oh my god, he's tied to the windmill.
Flap those wings some more, and I'll feed you a worm.
Oh my god.
And you. Hope you got a stomach for heights.
Hey, fuck you. What? What the hell is going on here?
What's it bloody look like? We're teaching this here pipsqueak to fly.
Oh my god. Let me. I feel like asking goblins why is not a great question. Like, I don't want to be speciesist or whatever, but as a people, do goblins have a concept of why?
They do. They're sentient.
All right. Well, let's give them a chance to prove it.
'Cause it makes me laugh.
See, that's really human.
I suppose. It's kind of upsetting that we have basically the same haircut. Like.
Well, you're not into that.
Okay. Listen.
Not doing it for you.
Untie the gnome.
You want this little cave lurking what's it? Find your own. He's ours!
As the symbol glows, power courses through you. Authority.
You know what? Fucker. I've already established myself as a true soul here. I feel like it's probably not a great thing to just give in to the corruption of the little wiggly tadpole in my eye, but on the other hand, fuck you, Gerblin. There. Okay, so this is DC 2. The problem is I have a -1. The good news is I have guidance, so
That is good news.
I might get it no matter what I roll. Also, I got it on the die, so.
Sam, for BG3, detect thoughts is like a concentration effect. You cast it once, and then you basically have access to it until the next long rest.
Yes. Whatever you want.
That's
Something
better.
stirs deep within you, hungry and alert. It's taking something you'll never get back.
Ruh-roh.
The goblin's nostrils flare nervously.
Sure, that's
All
fine.
his bluster seems to vanish.
We're leaving.
What about the gnome? Ain't we supposed to bring him to...
I said we're leaving! Apologies, my lady. We didn't mean to doubt a true soul. We'll be off.
Good.
Fresh meats.
If I'm gonna give in to awful mind flayer fuckery, at least I better get what I want out of it. In the short term. Alright, so there's nothing in this box. I should probably see about actually stopping this gnome. How do we stop this windmill? They didn't
Windmill.
They didn't actually release the gnome.
They did not do that.
They just took off.
Yeah, it's your job.
What? Okay. Okay, well, there's a door over here. Maybe if we go in, we'll find a stop. Maybe there's a stop button. That would be nice. We find some stopping mechanisms.
Just make sure that you read the description on those levers.
God. Alright, well, okay, we found an animal carcass.
Or at least hit F5.
That, I'm sure, is fine. Hit F5 is probably always a good idea.
Oh, always, yeah.
Alright, where are the levers? They're down there somewhere?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. This poor gnome.
What's hiding here?
Left alt might highlight those for you.
Alright, give me all of this stuff. We'll thoroughly examine that in a little bit here. Go back down. Boop. Ah! Okay, so one of these is the brake lever, and one of these is the release brake lever. Now, I suspect that if I was to hit the release brake lever, that would release the brake, causing the windmill to spin wildly out of control and fling the gnome miles into the air to his inevitable splatting death, which would be very funny, but is not what we're going to do. I feel like that would be very funny, but no. Hello, Mr. Gnome.
But yeah, that is in fact exactly what happens. Yes.
Wonderful. Your name is Barkus Root. Okay. How do we, hold on. Astarion, you have the power to do something here, right?
Need something?
I forgot that this isn't how I get you to do something. This is how I get you to do something.
Hello.
Just
I
click on
need
him
you
first.
to, oh, I can just right-click them and untie them. Fair enough.
Shouldn't have wished to live in more interesting times.
What are you waiting for?
Nothing.
Cut me loose!
I'm working on it, Barkus. Jeez.
Magacamara. Those pustulant thugs. Well, get on with it.
That's exactly what I was going to say. Get on with what?
You saved me. Now you'll extort me. That's how this works, yes?
I mean, that wasn't the original plan, but if you keep being an asshole about it, it's on the table.
My own fault, really. I should have dropped my pack and outrun those bastards. Alas. Take my pack, if you can find it. The only reason those goblins caught me was its weight. I'll travel lightly from now on.
You're a gnome. You always travel lightly. This feels vaguely racist, but okay.
Ignorance is alive and well, it seems.
And he's like,
Deep
it is, but
gnomes
here's
aren't
some
restricted to
plot
the
information.
Underdark, you know. I've lived in Baldur's Gate for years.
Hey, same.
I'm in search of a friend. I fear he's in trouble. See this? I gave it to him years ago before I left home. I found it around the neck of a thug in the lower city. It was speckled with blood. My friend, nowhere to be found.
Oh, dear.
But I still have hope. I have reason to believe he's in the Underdark. Hopefully, I'll pick up his trail from there. I always help my friends.
Oh, good.
On that note, I bid thee farewell. If we should meet again, well, we will have met again.
I suppose that's true. You're welcome, buddy. God.
Yeah, he's kind of an asshole.
Yeah, well,
But that's okay. We stand
Good
Barkus
hero.
Root in this house.
it's true. Leg of mutton. If I send camp supplies to camp, the game is smart enough to include them in my camp supplies, yes?
Yes.
Oh, good.
Yep. The game, when you take a long rest, when it like looks for
On my way.
supplies, it looks into all available inventory. So all the characters' inventories and the shared inventory back at camp. And the camp inventory is bottomless.
Awesome. Also, hey, a hatch.
Send everything back there.
Now, if this winds up in another place where there are 4 layers of secret rooms and an awesome quest and an imp minion or whatever, I will be mildly surprised. But, you know, it's Baldur's Gate 3. You can't rule that out. It appears, however, that all that's down here is a bottle rack and some
No
stuff.
traps, please.
Sam says, how much do dialogue choices matter? Like, if you pick the shitbag options all the time, does your character get a reputation for being a shitbag?
I imagine so.
Kinda. This is definitely more in the vein of, like, the approval changes are really localized to your companion group. Like, you can definitely make choices that will affect the storyline later on. And there's more of those than there appears to be. Like there's some bottlenecking because that's always going to happen in these games because programming only does so much. But there's quite a lot of reactivity. But you don't generally get a reputation for like there's no meter that's like if you do X amount of bad things, then like randos on the street will know that you're a criminal. Or that like I don't know, certain NPCs not in your group will have specific opinions of you because of like a morality system. That's not really how that works. They may be prejudiced against you when you meet them because you met like other members of their organization earlier on and fuck them over. But it tends to be pretty personal when that happens.
Okay, I think we have already thoroughly investigated this room. There was not, in fact, 7 layers of crap.
Shame.
There is, however, nope, it's an empty wooden trunk. All right, fine. Off we go. Can I just hop over this thing here? Game, will you let me clamor that?
I think you can actually, you do have to hit the jump button.
I should probably stop Celeste from doing whatever. Oh, she was just going to hop out the front door. That also makes sense. But you know, there is a... Here, just boing. Well boinged, Celeste. All right, now if I click over here, is everyone smart enough to follow me? Or Yep.
Yeah.
Thank you,
be.
Astarion.
Sometimes they don't. They've cleared up a lot of those like essentially tracking issues, but every once in a while, just take a glance at your party. Make sure everybody's actually there.
It's a big barn here. Is this where we... This is not the apothecary room or anything, is it?
No.
This up here looks like a fairly active campsite. Like there's an active fire here. Flames? Why are you flames? Sorry, did I see a +1 dagger? There's a +1 dagger sticking out of this... This is a trap. It's a fucking magic dagger in some flame roasted meat. Hold on. Hold on. Someone is going to be very angry with me once I touch this dagger.
Maybe.
Oh, Dungeon Master of the video game, may I roll insight on this trap dagger? All right.
A feast fit for an ogre. You notice a peculiar dagger protruding from the tough, leathery meat.
We can wriggle the drag. Yeah, let's investigate, because this is a fucking trap. And if we investigate, we might find out that it's a fucking trap. Now, I don't have any bonuses to investigation, but I do have guidance, so, you know.
That's a bonus.
Oh, you failed. Well, I do have 3 points of inspiration, so we're gonna try one more time.
Yeah, might as well.
Might as well. Might,
Never mind.
Yeah. Yeah, no.
The dagger is tightly embedded in the carcass. You notice nothing unusual.
Okay. Magic dagger and tasty meat it is. Wonderful. Let's slight that hand. Ha ha! My dagger! Probably not actually my dagger. Astarion's dagger, but still.
Your cautious method pays off. The dagger glides smoothly out of the mystery meat.
Hey! Now then, so is this just a straight up +1 dagger? Nothing special about it other than, it's a dagger +1.
Yeah.
Okay.
Old dagger.
Listen, I'm not going to complain about a +1 dagger. It's a wonderful thing. Also, oh, what manner of meat do we think this is?
Mystery meat, tough as
Who can say?
boarhide. Only the sharpest teeth could pierce it.
There was an ogre around here. All right, well, boop, and boop, and boop. Should probably, like, not spend all of the time in the world being here, but I'm sure it's fine.
It'll be fine.
It's probably actually just fine. Rotting basket, anything in you? Ooh, disgusting crap. Awesome. Ghosty says there's something cool in the shed over there, which, yes, definitely. I wonder, if we get over here, can we boing our way onto that shed?
Maybe.
The game is not telling me that's impossible.
Yeah, it looks like you can do that.
Hey, hey! There's some clanging happening in there. I don't love that. Kind of wish there was like an open window. Maybe if we get over to this side. I suspect that I'm somewhere the game did not anticipate me being able to be, and therefore there isn't actually anything here.
No, I mean, there's nothing wrong with you being up there. There's just nothing interesting up there either.
I see. And we can't use camera trickery to see what's in there, so... There is a door. That's true. Alright. You know what? Let's... Can you not... You can't jump down onto the rock, Celeste? Alright, fine. Alright, well, you know, it doesn't take an idiot to figure out that there's a campfire over here, what was definitely left by an ogre, and there's some big lumber and shit happening inside the shed. So, you know... I don't want to make any assumptions or nothing, but I am just going to hit F5 real quick.
Smart.
We're going to investigate this crate. There's nothing in the crate. We're going to investigate this barrel. There's nothing in the barrel, but having sufficiently investigated both a crate and a barrel, we've unlocked our upscale white person store of the day. So that's nice.
Shut up.
What? All right, let's get eaten by an ogre or whatever.
As you approach, a guttural scream and a succession of quick bangs rattle the door. Then, a low moan.
Oh no.
Someone, or something, is having a bit of fun.
Oh. You know... On the one hand, for the content. On the other hand, that would be rude. Let's leave them to their business. Let's assume that there's two loving, consenting ogre adults in there, and not anything much worse than that.
I mean, you know what they say about assumptions.
They're always correct, and you should never question them?
No. Close, but no.
Okay. The game has automatically saved as I've crossed this random stream of water, which is terrifying.
Oh, I bet I know what time it is.
Oh.
Yes, it is.
Uh-oh.
And then there's this asshole.
My, what manner of place is this? A path to redemption? Or a road to damnation? Hard to say, for your journey is just beginning.
Hey, who the fuck are you?
What would suit the occasion? The words to a lullaby, perhaps. The mouse smiled brightly. It outfoxed the cat.
Buddy!
Then down came the claw. And that, love, was that.
They do know how to write them in Cormier, don't they?
Okay.
Well met. I am Raphael. Very much at your service.
Okay, you shiny, feathery-haired fuck. What the hell are you talking about? Were you very mad that I stole that ogre's dagger? All right, hi there. I'm a video game about climbing a mountain and also depression.
Charmed, I'm sure, in more ways than one. We should have a chat, you and I, but not here. This quaint little scene is decidedly too middle of nowhere for my tastes.
Okay.
Come.
I see. So this is a thing that could have happened at any point, at any time, anywhere, and it just happens to have happened here, is what I'm gathering.
Yeah.
Also,
There's
this dude's a magic fuck.
There.
Yes, yeah.
Middle of somewhere.
Okay.
The House of Hope, where the tired come to rest and the famished come to feed lavishly.
Okay.
Go on, partake, enjoy your supper.
No.
After all, it might just be your last.
No! All right, listen. Listen, buddy. You don't know this, but I ran a fucking Dungeons and Dragons campaign, and I stole the fucking plot of that Dungeons and Dragons campaign from another Dungeons and Dragons campaign, and in that Dungeons and Dragons campaign, there were these creatures called the Greater Fae, and one of the rules of the Greater Fae was that you don't take anything. You don't eat anything. Because if you do, you will never be heard from again. And I intend upon being heard from again. So no, I am not taking this man's food. Why are you threatening me?
Call it a ninth sense.
Uh-huh. Hi there.
He's not a fairy.
What's better
It's a devil.
than a devil you don't know?
Mm-hmm.
A devil you do.
Buddy,
Am I a friend? Potentially. An adversary? Conceivably. But a savior? That's for certain.
I have several tiefling friends already. I don't think any of them have wings, though. That's very impressive. Why do I need saving?
Come now. Why play hard to get when you're in deep over your tadpoled head?
Oh, right, that.
One skull, two tenants, and no solution in sight.
Man.
I could fix it all like that.
You know, I expected there would be consequences to giving into the temptation to fuck with the heads of the Goblins or whatever. I didn't expect that it would happen within 9 minutes. All
I
right.
don't know if those two things are related, actually. I'm not sure. Maybe.
I don't think... I mean, the tadpole situation is desperate. However, I don't think it's a great idea to be like, yes, flying Satan, please, I shall serve you forever if you remove this thing from my eye. No, we're gonna...
We'll talk about Raphael when you're done talking to him.
We're gonna stall.
Take all the time you need, but make up your mind before you're counting down with tentacles.
Well...
Try to cure yourself. Shop around. Beg, borrow, and steal. Exhaust every possibility until none are left. And when hope has been whittled down to the very marrow of despair, that's when you'll come knocking on my door.
That's kind of the plan, yeah.
Hope. Such a tease.
Yeah, well... All right, so theoretically, how would we find this guy?
I'll be around, watching you squirm like a tadpole through a nice, juicy brain.
Thank you.
All those pretty little symptoms, sundering skin, dissolving guts, they haven't manifested yet, have they?
Clearly not.
One might say you're a paragon of luck. I'll be there when it runs out.
What if I'm a renegade of luck, though? What then? Okay, so that was a Raphael.
So as far as I know, I'm not 100% sure what triggers Raphael appearing. I think it's progress in the MSQ maybe. But there's a bunch of places that he can pop up. I've had him show up before I ever left the Grove. So there has to be like, it might be using the tadpole that triggers him, but I've played a couple of characters who never use their tadpole powers and he still showed up. So I don't think it's that. There might just be like a list of quests that like, you know, maybe a list of like 10 quests, and if you do 2 of them, Raphael shows up.
Okay.
Yeah, he tends to show up at the bridge. Sometimes he just shows up at camp. That might still be a thing. That was how he was in the EA. He shows up in the Druid Grove on the way up to see Elfira. Yeah, so there's like a couple of other spots. I think if you go like near Auntie Ethel's place, there's probably a spot for him down there.
This is gonna go well, by the way.
Oh yeah, you'll be fine.
This is
Do
gonna
it.
go very well.
Do it.
Hey, it went well. It went well for everyone. I suspect that if it goes well for Celeste, it automatically goes well for everyone. But still, it went well for everyone.
It depends. So they'll follow you when you jump, as long as it won't land them in a space that does like danger, like that does
damage,
like a status effect. Yeah, they won't take damage to follow you, and I think sometimes like if the character that you jump with has like more jump movement than the people behind them, like they won't make a jump that they can't make, you know? That's what I'm trying to say.
That makes sense. I'm gonna see if I can speak with these hyenas.
So I usually make my jumps with my like lowest strength character, because if they can make it, the other ones can.
They didn't stand a chance.
Hey there. You friends?
The creature's eyes roll back in its head, equal parts bliss and agony. Your nostrils fill with the rank smell of death. The hyena has feasted, but looking into her eyes, you know it wasn't enough. She's still hungry.
Come, see, my flesh becomes new flesh.
Oh boy.
You hear
is that
what
a good
comes
thing?
next before you see it. The sharp snapping of bones and a yelp of pain as her body starts to twist and undulate.
That doesn't sound great.
The hyena moans softly as its body contorts, ribs cracking and flesh tearing.
Are you aware, hyena? I don't... I suppose we should see... I'm worried that if I kill the... Fuck it.
You land a swift strike against her skull. She yelps, then goes still.
Hopefully I can explain myself to the other
Whatever
hyenas.
horrific creature was growing inside the hyena
Oh,
dies
they're not
along
really
with
hyenas
her.
anymore. You'll be fine.
Well, okay. I mean, the good news is they're hyenas. What's the what's the worst that can happen? Also, that hyena does not seem interested in murdering me, which, okay. Oh,
No,
they've-
but you might want to develop an interest in murdering them. Just saying.
yeah, they appear to have something called Yinagu's hunger, which I don't know what a Yinagu is, but something tells me I don't want to find out.
Yeah. Well, what you did when you killed that hyena is that you killed a gnoll before it could be born.
Awesome.
So.
All right. Well, let's kill a couple more gnolls before they can be born. Let me see here. I could actually hold on. Astarion here is a rouge, which means that we can cunning action dash bop, which means I totally have enough to get up here.
Let's move.
Which means I totally have advantage to kill the fuck out of this hyena fuck. Also, because I have advantage, I can just use my sneak attack, which is around here somewhere. Aha! Melee sneak attack on you. Excellent. Wonderfully done, Astarion. Here, loot the corpse. Thanks. You picked up an ear of a hyena. You incredible man, you. All right. I think you can even bonus action hide. Neat. Why don't you... Yeah, come up over this way. And then, yeah, that hyena's looking over there, and those two hyenas don't give shits about shits. So, cunning action hide. Good turn, Astarion.
Still on my feet.
I, meanwhile, can't get over here. Can't really get over here. Let me pop a hunter's mark. Yeah, that sounds like an idea. Get that going to get more damage going over here. And then... 96% chance to hit that. That sounds wunderbar. 11 damage. Son of bitch. Alright, well, I want to move in a that-ly direction, but while we're here, we might as well loot this mangled corpse for its gold and its dark ring, which, okay. And we can loot the viscera for a dagger. It's nice. And we already looted that hyena, but we can loot more piles of bones. Yay, loot! So much loot. All the loot. Alright. Keep moving in a generally thisly direction. Great. And I believe that is you done. Now, Will! What are you gonna do, buddy? I think somebody should probably focus on murder killing the hyena rather than the, rutting little curlball things here. So, what about... can you Eldritch Blast him from here? Path is interrupted, so... You can't on account of wagon. If... I don't really see a way... Yeah, Eldritch Blast is not like a grenade that we can lob, sadly. So... What are we going to do about that, I wonder? If I was like right here, would I be able to Eldritch Blast through that, do you think?
I don't know. I mean, aim, see what it says.
Yeah, I think the answer's no.
Yeah, I don't think you can really go over or around.
Well, it looks like I should be able to get through, like, the handles of the wagon here.
That's true. Well,
if I can, like, if the hyena was right where my cursor is, I could hit it.
yeah, well, but you're not, that's not your, like, movement, though. Because you had Eldritch Blast selected.
Right. But I'm thinking, like, if I was here.
Maybe. Yeah, I mean, why not try it?
Yeah.
The worst comes to worst, you just hit something else.
Exactly. All right. Let's try that. Not enough move. Oh, aha! Right there. 70% chance to hit. Okay. Now, before that, there's like another thing that warlocks can do, right?
Hex. Yes.
Yeah.
Hex is a bonus action.
Should do that first. Voop. Hex. Haha.
I would hex its it probably either it's Dex. Hex its Dex.
All right. I forgot that you have to choose a thing on top of Hex.
Yeah.
So yeah, Hex the Dex.
Then it'll have a disadvantage if Shadowheart tries to use, I think, Sacred Flame on it.
That sounds lovely. Now there was... Why can't you... Thought there was... Oh, right here, 70%. Great. Ah! Damn you, Will. All right.
Oh, did he miss with his hex? Because it doesn't look like he's... Oh, no, he didn't. Okay.
No, it is hexed, but he missed with the bolt. All right. Shadowheart. Lovely friend Shadowheart. If you were to bing right over here now, 70% chance to hit. Yeah, fuck.
Down with you.
God! Even when the math says you should be fine, you're not fine. That's all right. We'll figure it out. What do you have for bonus action stuff? Friend. Ooh. I could cast a spiritual weapon. Cast a spiritual weapon over here, impede your progress movement. That doesn't sound like the worst idea I've ever had. Yeah, let's get us a spear and just put it here. Super. Okay. Good turn, Shadowheart. Sort of. You didn't actually accomplish anything, but you set up future accomplishments, kinda. Alright. The spiritual weapon is... Yeah, the spiritual weapon acts before the hyena, so I might as well try to hit the hyena. How many fuck... Okay. Oh, frack. Hey, thanks for watching the video. Be sure to subscribe and hit the bell so you don't miss an upload. And if you want to catch the streams live, go to twitch.tv/the_Goog. The stream schedule's on screen now.